Welcome, everyone, to WWTA News, where we look at crypto, finance, and economic news. I'm your host, EB, and thank you for joining us. Well, everyone, welcome. Today we're going to do something a little different. I wanted to share my thoughts and ideas on a possible way DMV could exist and do business on the blockchain. So this is literally just a thought and an idea. If you have comments of your own, you can leave them in the comment section. And if you see this as something that you would like to take and move forward and even uh, increase and grow and make better, please do so. And if you feel like this is something the DMV should do, contact them and let them know that. But this is just my thoughts and ideas on how to get DMV on a blockchain. Now, you might say, well, why would we want DMV on a blockchain? Well, a lot of reasons, right? Who really wants to go in the DMV and sit and wait these long times to get access to do the few things that you need to do, right? So, we're making things simpler in life. So we have these devices and we're making everything so simple that we can do more and more things on our personal devices. Well, why can't we get DMV accessible, even though it's accessible on your device and there's some things you can do, but why can't we take that a step further and get it on a blockchain? So here's my idea. So first, DMV would have to have an application, right? And they do, but they're going to need a blockchain application that is a data exchange, right? So if DMV creates a data exchange, what could be done on their data exchange? Well, they could do services, right? They could do merchandise, and we're talking about decals, we're talking about license plates, so on and so forth. We're talking about with services, we're talking about changing over titles, registrations, and all these different things. They can accept payments through this data exchange. And this data exchange could also connect to the United States data exchange as a whole, as well as a global DMV uh, data exchange, right? So we can see how this data exchange, DMV, if DMV did this form on a blockchain, how this data exchange could do some serious work. Now, how, right, could customers get connected? Well, the customers would have to do a KYC on the DMV Data Exchange app, right? Now, this KYC needs to be extensive because this KYC, once it gets to the DMV Data Exchange, it will then also be able to be or connected to the United States DMV Data Exchange, as well as a global DMV Data Exchange. Okay, so a customer KYC is going to be have to be really extensive, and why? Right, because of those reasons. But this is going to give you access to DMV's data exchange, right? So with you connecting, you're going to also need a customer wallet, right? So a customer wallet will be able to house an identification, right? It'll also be able to store non-fungible tokens, which we could make a title, right? A title for a car, a non-fungible token, right? And so an example of that would be a document non-fungible token or a picture of the document non-fungible token, right? And in which case, the wallet, the customer wallet, would house that. It could hold registrations or copies of the registration. It could be a non-fungible token as well. And a driver's license could also be a non-fungible token. So a customer wallet could house these things. But in order to get to that part, you're going to have to KYC with the Department of Motor Vehicles data exchange application. All right. So, okay, that sounds great. That makes things easier, but how is that really done? So let's look at Coinbase, for example. Coinbase as an exchange, right? It's a cryptocurrency exchange. It has services. You can bring merchandise through it, and it also allows you to collect globally uh, to other places, right? And of course, it takes payments. So this is really no different than a Coinbase exchange, right? This would just be Department of Motor Vehicles data exchange. All right. So then once you've done that, you're now part of that data exchange, just like Coinbase. I'm a part of the Coinbase data exchange. But Coinbase also has a customer wallet. Now, the customer wallet is a Coinbase wallet. And you can then, if you use Coinbase Exchange and their Coinbase wallet, you can literally connect those two together. And when you connect them, your transactions become even easier because that wallet here, through you, the customer, the middleman, allows that connection there. So boom, look at the connection, right? Boom, look at the connection. Coinbase, the customer through KYC, and the Coinbase wallet, right? You see how this works? This is really easy. So with that being said, right, DMV could do non-fungible token titles, non-fungible token registration, meaning one and only, right? Now, I'm sure they would have to keep a copy. So I don't know the specifics of that. Someone else can work that out in their head, but they would have to have at least one copy in case you messed up and couldn't get back to your wallet. That registration or title is lost. And it's no different than today, because if you actually, lose your title, you have to go apply to get another one redone. But obviously, because you're the customer connected to the Department of Motor Vehicles data exchange, and you went through an extensive KYC that now has you connected to the United States as well as globally, there should probably be an ease of access to get that, to make that easier to replace. But the point of that would be you'd have it in your device, and you'd have your keys to your wallet, no different than a Coinbase wallet, and you would have all these things stored in it. Okay, so they could also do service payments. So let's say they do service payments of making, let's say you got to pay for your new decals. You would literally, through your customer wallet, through whatever token they accept. They might accept USDC. They might accept Dogecoin. They might accept Bitcoin. I don't know. But because you need to get those decals here on the merchandise side, you would make a payment directly through their app, the uh, Department of Motor Vehicles Data Exchange app. You'd make that payment there and receive the merchandise, in which case the merchandise would then be mailed to you because you made a payment through that customer wallet. Okay, so you could do your service payments. You can get your identification. So if you need an identification, it'll be straight to your phone, right? We have driver's licenses, and we have identification cards, and we also have commercial driver's licenses. Okay, so that too, right, could come through here, right? That could be the merchandise through payments, right, through the Department of Motor Vehicles data exchange, back through you being the connection to put it in your wallet. And then you store whichever ID or license that you carry in that wallet, right? And so we got merchandise payments, right? And this all could be done with a QR code. So let's say you get pulled over and a police officer wants to pull your driver's license. Well, you would open your wallet, and then the police officer would be able to scan your QR code in your wallet, and then all that information would come up. He would know who you are, your address, your age, your licenses. He would know anything that you carry, right? He would have access as a police officer to know your registration, your driver's license, any titles or titles that you have for vehicles, and your identification, all that. Right? This is what the police officer would have access to, right? This information right here, which will make his job easier just from scanning your QR code, right? The QR code also could be in the DMV app, right? So you could probably scan, if you're on your computer and if you're on your computer, you're making a payment, you can scan a QR code through that app. on the computer, and boom, make a payment there, right? So we see the QR code comes in for for a few good reasons, right? So with the DMV app, you'll have access to services and merchandise and NFTs. You'll have to get a DMV wallet, which would be their wallet, that you would connect to their app, which would house the NFTs and your payment coins, your information, and your coins. And you would have to go through that DMV KYC, because that verification to use these services and connect you to the system to make everything easier is what you're going to need when we start looking at the United States and globally. Okay? So these are just some of my thoughts and ideas on trying to get DMV on a blockchain and make things a little bit easier. That's just how I'm trying to see things in my head. But if you have any thoughts and ideas on this, feel free to share them. And if this is interesting to you and you want to take this and apply more information or expound upon it, make it greater than this simple idea I have, please do. And if you want to share it with these different currencies right now, like take a pick. I don't know, Doge, anybody, and you want to share it with some of the devs that work on those things. Even SafeMove. I don't know if you want to share these things to these different developers. This will give them an opportunity, right? They could help develop an app for DMV. They could then help develop a wallet for DMV and help bring all this together just so these things can be done. Hey, share the information. It's just a thought and an idea. Like I said, today we're not really doing news. We're just gonna just talk about a few of these ideas and then see where it goes from there. But if you liked it, share it. Talk about it. Get to talking to other people about it. Share it to developers. And let's just keep pumping information out there, because there are so many ways to grow in with this technology. It's unbelievable. But anyways, I'll get along with it. Thank you for joining us at WWTA News. If you enjoyed our video, please hit the subscribe and like button, and join us next time to follow the news in crypto, finance, and economics.